ScoMo or Albo? It's going to be a seat-by-seat showdown. So we sent our reporters out to the nation's tightest and toughest battlegrounds. Brady Halls kicks off our special coverage.
John the Baker will decide who will be our next Prime Minister.
I'm okay with the way they've done things.
He will have some help from Mick the Butcher.
I think ScoMo will save it.
You reckon ScoMo will have a second miracle?
I think so.
This is the historic town of Braidwood.
I'm terrified. I don't think there's any integrity in either party.
I hope it's Albo.
How do these people get to decide who will be PM?
We like it, as a matter of fact. It means that, I suppose, your vote carries a little bit more weight than it does in a completely safe seat.
Braidwood is part of Eden Monaro, the so-called bellwether seat that more times than not has had the uncanny knack of voting in the candidate of the party that wins government. Eden Monaro is the size of Switzerland, rural farming areas, the city of Queanbeyan, the south coast of New South Wales and the Snowy Mountains. It is currently ultra-marginal.
Albo's definitely not the man.
What do you think about Albo? Will he deliver what you need?
I'm hoping so.
And ultra-divided.
Do you think the government's been doing a good job?
What, ScoMo?
Yeah.
Bloody hate they do. Yeah.
So you're a ScoMo, and your old mate over here, you're an Albo.
Down at the Bowls Club, Daryl's a blue man.
I reckon he's done an excellent job.
During the
With the
COVID
COVID,
pandemic?
look at all the money the government spent to help people out so they didn't lose their jobs and that.
While at the tennis club, the colour has faded somewhat.
Do you think the government's doing a good job?
For me, no.
For you?
I'm bitterly disappointed in the Morrison government. They're a Conservative government, but under them, the whole woke thing has got out of control.
Eden Monaro is a bit of everything. Farmers, retirees, public servants, tradies and those in tourism. Labor acknowledges that.
That's why it's a bellwether seat. That's why it's one that's looked at on election night.
So too, the Liberals.
It represents Middle Australia. That's why it has been the bellwether for so long.
Hi Christy, I'm Brady. Nice to meet you.
Hey Brady, nice to meet you
You too.
Christy McBain is currently the local Labor member who, for the first time, broke the bellwether rule when she won, but Labor lost. And she's made the most of the last few years.
I've travelled over 90,000 k's in the car talking to communities, to sporting groups, to volunteer groups, to business and industry about the things that are affecting their lives, the things that are inhibiting the growth of their businesses.
Dr Jerry Nockels is her Liberal opponent, 24 years in the Navy and various charity organisations.
I'm not from political central casting at all. I grew up on the outskirts of Bathurst in public housing. I was orphaned at 16 years of age and didn't get to finish high school. I worked hard over many, many years to better myself and to provide a better life for my family. So like these people, I've been up a hard gully. I know what cost of living pressures are like.
And he acknowledges he's facing an uphill battle after only just being endorsed.
It's going to be a real fight, but I tell you what, I've been fighting all my life. I've fought against adversity, I've fought against poverty, I've fought for my country, and I've fought for people in Eden Monaro.
On the Snowy's hit music station 97.7 Snow FM, Simo waking you up.
Further south at Jindabyne in the heart of the Snowy Mountains, breakfast jock Simon Gale says last time around the Liberals talked about jobs in a region where there's plenty of them.
The prospect of a job isn't what the Eden Monaro is concerned about.
While the Labor Party talked about disaster relief following the bushfires.
McBain and Albo touched a nerve in the electorate, and I think that might be rewarded again.
We've seen a lot more buyers come into a smaller market space.
Ask anyone down here, like real estate agent Ben Clancy, and they'll tell you, housing, either buying or renting, is the #1 issue.
Incredibly hard for locals.
Cashed up city folk are moving to the bush. A couple of weeks ago, this place sold for just under $3 million. while new ones in the back streets are selling for $3.5 million. So Ben, in an election, this is something politicians should look at.
Definitely. Yep, for sure. But what are the solutions?
Yes, the issues down here are difficult and varied.
The country used to have very cheap energy. It's now gone to the other extreme, and unfortunately no one in the Morrison government will take the initiative to bite the bullet on things like nuclear power. Basically, we need a government that's going to do something.
We have huge black spots. We have poor internet connectivity. We've had 2 aged care centres close in this electorate alone over the last few months.
What are people going to do if the COVID comes back? What are people going to do when, when the war continues?
Climate change?
Heavens, even TV reception.
Channel 9, sometimes when the weather's off, forget it.
Don't tell me, I'm from Channel 9
Well,
too.
there you go. Just when you want to watch something really good.
Yeah,
it'll
like
all,
a current affair?
Yeah, it'll all break up.
You're joking me.
No.
Well, that's got to be fixed.